day 8 of our Snowy Mountain ride. So we're heading off from Corryong in Victoria. We've got about a 5.5 hour ride today through pretty mountainous country, some pretty awesome scenery. So from here in Corryong we go to Cancoban, then Jindabyne, which is a snow, well, Thredbo, which is a snow resort, then to Jindabyne, a snow town, and then through to Berrydale and cut across to the Snowy Mountain Highway. We've got about 2 hours on that with some absolutely beautiful big sweepers and some tight stuff. I think it's about 250-300 mile all up. But yeah, it should be an awesome day. So there's 2 of the guys leaving us today. They're going home. Still got Glenn over here. Where is he? Just there. Give us a wave, Glenn. And the big fella, Big T. He's here somewhere. There he is. So yeah, just the 3 of us, but yeah, pretty experienced riders, all 3 of us. So should be a great day. We should motor along fairly quickly. See you on the road. Corryong, a beautiful little town in the Victorian High Country. With a population of 1,500 people, Corryong, established in around 1874, is an adventure lover's paradise. Corryong's a popular destination for rock climbing, rafting, horse riding, and a breathtaking natural environment for bushwalks, 4-wheel drive tours, cycling, fishing, and obviously for us, motorcycling. Corryong's famous as the final resting place of Jack Riley, considered by many to be the inspiration for the hero in Banjo Patterson's poem and the movie The Man from Snowy River. The Man from Snowy River Festival is a spectacular celebration of the region's rich heritage, deeply rooted in the Australian high country. This event, held annually in Corryong, invites visitors from far and wide to experience the rugged beauty of the Snowy Mountains, along with a genuine taste of Australia's bush culture. Named after the famous poem by Banjo Patterson, The Man from Snowy River, the festival pays tribute to the iconic stockmen, their horses, and the spirit of the Australian bush. The festival transforms Corryong into a hub of exciting competitions, live entertainment, historical reenactments, and family-friendly activities, all set against the backdrop of the stunning alpine landscape. Before hitting the road, we all had a farewell brekkie at Cafe Corryong, telling more lies while sipping our coffees. Murray No. 1 Power Station is part of the larger Snowy Mountains hydroelectric scheme. Described as one of the civil engineering wonders of the modern world, the Snowy scheme consists of 8 power stations, 16 major dams, 80 kilometres of aqueducts and 145 kilometres of interconnected tunnels, all constructed between 1949 and 1974. Tunnelling records were set in the construction of the scheme, and it was completed on time and on budget in 1974 at a cost of $820 million, a dollar value equivalent in the year 2000 to $6 billion. Around 2/3 of the workforce employed in the construction of the scheme were immigrant workers originating from over 30 countries. Around 100,000 people worked on the Snowy scheme between 1949 and 1974, with the official death toll during construction being 121 persons. Some 1,600 kilometres or 990 miles of roads and tracks were constructed. 7 townships and over 100 camps were built to enable construction of the scheme, with just 2% of the construction work still visible above the ground. Life could be harsh, especially during the early years when hundreds of men spent freezing winters in canvas tents with only basic amenities and provisions. My father worked in these tunnels in the mid-60s when I was a toddler. In fact, he worked in the tunnels at the top of the white pipelines or flumes at Murray No. 1 before moving to a job in the coal mines south of Sydney.
Oh, that's where you kind of sit in it?
Yeah, sit in it and fucking come down the toboggan.
Oh, wow.
So that takes it up to Thredbo top station.
Yep.
And from there you can walk, it's 13k walk, 13k return walk to top of Kosciuszko.
Jesus.
Miss and I done that last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mate, they're hooting it down here,
So
though.
it's all boardwalk. You're not walking along the path anymore. The whole thing's fucking boardwalk.
Oh, God.
All the way to the top
Wow.
of Kosciuszko. You get to the top, you walk on the top of Kosciuszko and you think, fuck, I'm at the highest point in Australia. Get up there, you come around the corner, there's about fucking 1,000 people sitting there. You go,
We've done many an overnight stay in Jindabyne. There's a pub right on the edge of the lake with fantastic views from every motel room and the pub itself. This is our usually haunt when we stay here in Jindabyne. We decided to stop a bit for coffee and a sanger to do with our grumbling bellies and our aching butts. Jindabyne itself, it's popular with skiers and it's still close to all the ski fields without the ski resort price tag. Winters are obviously frigid, with summers warm. However, we've been here in summer when the maximum for the day was 10 degrees, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. The lake here beautiful. It's popular for water sports, including water skiing, kayaking and sailing, with trout ready to jump on a hook for fishermen. My mate Pete, who we used to work with in the mines, lives near Jindabyne, so we caught up briefly. Great to catch up with great mates. How's that sanger, Glenn?
Very nice.
What sort of sanger is it?
Lemon cheese tomato, tasty. Be nicer with a beer.
Nice one.
Be nicer with a beer.
In 1859, the world came to Kiandra. By March 1860, 10,000 prospectors from all parts of the globe were scouring the district in search of gold. A timber village sprang up among the mud and slush of Kiandra's snowy river diggings. The timber courthouse was replaced with the current heritage-listed courthouse. The building included police barracks and was used more for its police rather than court function. It remained Kiandra's police station until 1937. The building remained dormant from 1937, and in 1943 the courthouse was converted to a ski chalet, and in fact Kiandra was Australia's first ski field. In the winter of 1861, Scandinavian gold miners introduced snow skiing to Australia. Over the following years, ski races were held annually on Township Hill at Kiandra, and Australia's first ski club was established. Within 18 months, the gold rush had moved on, leaving only a few hundred gold miners, including a substantial number of Chinese. Before it did, the diggings were the scene of one of the most turbulent gold rushes in New South Wales. The area was dubbed Mount Rascal due to the frequency of bushranging and robberies and anti-Chinese riots. The later history of Kiandra includes the impact of the massive engineering feat of the Snowy Mountains hydroelectric scheme before the town was absorbed into the Kosciuszko National Park and turned into a ghost town. town of Tumen, with a population of around 7,000, is located in the western foothills of the New South Wales Snowy Mountains and is one of our favourites. Tumen's main economy is softwood timber and a paper mill, with many employees of the Snowy Mountain Hydro Scheme choosing to call Tumen home. Tonight we're staying at the Oriental Hotel, one of the two pubs we usually frequent. A few beers and some big steaks are in order, with the bikes safely stabled for the night. Tomorrow would see another big day in the saddle. Cheers, boys.